What is going on, hobby family? It is your boy K-Dub, and this is K-Dub's High Five. 5 rapid fire questions with your favorite hobby faces. And today, it's one of the hobby favorites and the newest face to Panini America, my good friend, the hobby marketing director at Panini, newly acquired, the ultimate free agent edition, my good friend Jeff, aka at Pat Geek on Twitter. How are you doing today, my friend?
What's up, man? Thank you very much for having me. I'm excited to be getting a high five from you today.
Absolutely, man. Well, congrats on the new position of Panini. We'll talk about that a little bit, but how it works, I'm going to throw 5 questions at you, one right after another, all hobby related. You ready to take on the high five?
Let's do this.
All right, man. First question. Your Twitter handle is at Pat Geek. How did you land on that as your social media name?
Man, all right. I like the softballs. We're starting this off well. Pat Geek is a name of a video series I've done off and on since 2009. It's just a pack and box breaking series, and I just wanted a simple name that made sense, and Pat Geek kind of stuck. So that's where the social handle comes from.
Perfect. I think all of us can kind of somewhat like relate to it a little bit because anyone in the hobby has a little bit of a nerd geek to them.
Sure. Yeah. We got to embrace that.
It's perfect. It's perfect. All right, man. Second question. When it comes to your hobby journey, whether that be kind of personally collecting or, now into the kind of industry side of the hobby, who or whom would you say are some of your biggest influences in your hobby journey?
So I probably have to go 2 ways. So for industry, for hobby as a business, like Tracy Hackler was and still is a massive influence of mine. I was fortunate enough to meet Tracy back in like 2017, I think, and he would come on my show regularly, and he's just a great guy, and he does so many kind things in the hobby, and he is a guy who I kind of modeled being about the collectors in the hobby and really making good on that. And so I would have to say Tracy as far as like the business of the hobby goes. And then when it comes to collecting, honestly, Kyle, I try not to be influenced by other people. I know that's kind of the anti-answer, but I always try and collect what's near and dear to my own heart and not be influenced by what I see on social media and what my friends are collecting. It's sometimes I see stuff and I'm like, oh, that's a great idea, but I try to keep myself from wanting to emulate that because I want it to be my own personal journey. And I think that's important for people with their hobby.
Oh, absolutely, man. I love it. And Tracy is just one of the best dudes. He's been on a high five. Man, what a great dude. So
shout out. Genuinely amazing dude. Like I know he does a lot of podcasts and, is at a lot of events. Yeah. Cameras turned off, like no one around. He is that same guy.
For sure.
That is exactly what you get.
I love it. Shout out Tracy Hackler. All right. Hey, question number 3. Okay, you just said it, man. Collecting is yours. When it comes to the cards, man, is there a Grail card out there for Pat Geek?
Oh gosh. Do I have to do one? Do you mind if I do a couple?
There's no restrictions here. Whatever you want.
Okay, man. It would be hard to narrow that down to one.
For sure.
So from a practical standpoint, I would say a well-centered 1984 Star Jordan card.
Okay.
And if you're familiar with the card there, they are horribly off center almost every time. I've seen a few that are kind of centered, but the left to right centering is brutal on those. And I don't know what caused that exactly, but a centered 84 Star Jordan. Okay. And then like the Grail of all grails for me would be 2018 Prism Black Luka, which is still MIA.
Still has not been discovered.
Yeah, still has not surfaced.
Okay.
It's one of those mythical cards that, I don't know that we'll ever see.
Are you a Luka fan or a Luka investor?
I'm a Luka fan. I mean, we're in Dallas.
Yeah, okay. Oh, yes.
So I can honestly say I like Luka, not only because he's a hobby darling, but he's our star in the city. So yeah, I'm both.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, you can't go wrong. I mean, he's the dude. He's the dude to know. So, all right. Well, I know that you said you've ripped boxes, you've opened boxes. If money's not an option, off the table, any box you want, what are you ripping and why?
Oh gosh. Dude, I'm probably going to have to go back. I'm going to sound like a broken record, but probably 2018 Prism basketball, like hobby. So I have the chance to hit that Luka. I'm convinced. I tell myself that it's still in a box or a case in a warehouse somewhere, waiting to be opened. Like the Ark of the Covenant from Indiana Jones. Like it's in a crate somewhere in a dusty warehouse, just waiting to be uncovered.
Somebody's got to find it.
Yeah, so I'd open that by the case.
Well, I guess money's not an option. So sure, what case are you ripping? Panini Prism is what it is. So
it is. It is.
Fantastic, man. All right, last question I got for you here. Obviously, your new position, super excited for you. The hobby marketing director with Panini. What excites you most about this new job, this transition to this job with Panini? What gets you excited when you wake up in the morning about going to work with Panini?
Oh gosh, I mean, dude, honestly, it is surreal, and in that I'm literally surrounded by sports cards all day.
Yeah.
We step over cases to get into our office a lot of times. Like it is unreal. And I think what I look forward to the most, I'm a video guy, so I really am excited about the videos I'm able to creatively lead here at Panini.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to do work with some athletes like Luka, like Trae Young, and make some really cool content with those guys. Like not only having a chance to rub shoulders with them, but having a chance to collaborate on creative videos with them. That would be a dream. So that's really, man, I can't wait until that stuff happens. The first video I worked on here was for David Beckham. It was pretty wild. I mean, it's crazy stuff. So I think there's a decent chance that I'll get a chance to do a video with Luka at some point in time. Fantastic. Unless I get booted out of here for who knows what. But yeah, so I'm fingers crossed.
I'm sure you got like a 3-month evaluation coming up real soon. So we'll check that box here. So
there you go. We'll have to check back in.
All right, man. Hey, I got a bonus question. You find the Hobby Genie lamp. You rub it, and the Hobby Genie pops out, and he says, you got one wish for the hobby. What's your one wish that you asked for from the Hobby Genie? For the hobby.
Oh man, I feel like I need to use this wish for the good of the hobby. I would think there was a way to regulate products going in the hands of young collectors at a very fair price point, and it wasn't scooped up by dudes like you and I who are buying in bulk.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I would, and Panini, if I can give a quick shout out, they do something called a kids crate, which is a great idea. Mm-hmm. It's difficult to regulate who buys that. It's supposed to go out to young collectors, and it's at a very fair price point. And it's little cereal boxes, which are kind of like small blasters. They get stickers, they get other Panini swag. So it's like my son opened one up, and he loved it. He was all about it.
Absolutely.
So I think being able to affordably get product out there that kids can buy without having to fight a grown man over would be my dream, because without the kids in this hobby, we have no future. And I think we need to concentrate on that,
Absolutely. I love it, man. Well, I'm not the Hobby Genie, but I would grant that wish 100 times out of 100. So
my guy.
All right, man. That's all I got. Into the high five. We got a high five. Throw it up here. Boom. I appreciate you joining me, man. You can check out Jeff on Twitter at PatGeek. Also, hit up at Panini America for any of your hobby needs. You can also follow me if you're bored at Mr. K-Dub. Always remember, be the good in the world. Just like this dude was saying, man, we want to make this hobby great. So let's continue to do that. Y'all take care, and we'll see you next time on the next High Five.
This is a demo sound of freeintromusic.com.